Hello people, this is the Hillbilly, Halfwit and Gaza here, and in this video we're going to talk about Sustrans, how the new Transport Minister of Wales was a part of Sustrans again, as the same as Lee Walters, and a lot more. And the money they're being paid, the money they're getting off these governments. Remember, it's a think tank and it's a civil service run organisation really, to try and nudge us all into doing something sinister. Before we carry on, please like, comment, rate and subscribe. Please just go down there, press that button now, because it's in case you forget about it, because it makes such a difference to my videos being shared. And as you know, YouTube have been trying to put a stop to me removing comments on whatever. So let's carry on. Now, as long as all of you will know, this is Lee Walters. He was the man behind the 20-mile-an-hour speed in Wales. He made an awful lot of money, allegedly, and he's had his hands in a lot of pies. So he stepped down, and the bloke that took his place, I'll show him in a minute, but this guy was leading Sustrans in Wales. And if you look on there, Lee Walters, a member of the Senate, Lee Walters, a member of the Senate, Llanelli constituency, served for 5 years as ministers in Mark Drayford's Welsh government with a range of responsibilities, and generated international interest in his reform to transport policy and developing practice around the foundational economy. His work on digital reform, public services had considerable impact. Before being elected in May 2016, he was director of Wales' leading independent think tank, the Institute for Welsh Affairs. That's a civil service thing, all being funded by us. He ran the sustainable transport charity Sustrans in Wales, where he led the successful campaign for the world's first active travel act. He's a former chief political correspondent of ITV Wales, BBC producer and a House of Commons lorry correspondent. Now, he also wants Wales to leave the UK. It says down there he was a vice chair of successful cross-party yes for Europe. Now, he's left the job as Transport Minister in Wales. This guy has took over, Ken Skates. And it seems like he was thinking of dropping the 20-mile-an-hour thing because they realised Wales are in trouble. But look what we got here. Sustrans. Ken Skates, active travel board member, February 2018. This is his. So he's working for Sustrans as well. And he's the now Welsh Transport Minister. So the one gone was working for Sustrans, which is a government organisation. This one is working for Sustrans. These are dodgy people, I can tell you. So I'll leave you read that. I won't carry on with that. But basically, as this said, he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's going to carry on the same things because he's in the same clique. Now this is Xavier Bryce. He's the chief executive, the head of Sustrans all over the UK. And he's from Bristol, I think. And this thing has basically blossomed out into a huge money-making scheme and a nudge unit to put all us plebs in our place and get us off the cars. Let's go through how much money this thing is getting. Sustrans bagged 92 million in 2023. 92 million. Charity Sustrans handed out 92 million grants to introduce low traffic neighbourhoods. Now our government, our civil service has given these charities 92 million. We should be deciding where all this money is going, not a charity that nobody can question. It's taxpayers' money. A cycling charity handed vast sums of taxpayers' money to introduce controversial low-traffic neighbourhoods, has amassed 165 million and doubled the number of executives paid to 140,000. Sustrans' latest accounts show how it received 92 million in grants from the national and local government bodies. The charity, which for years has lobbied politicians to back low-traffic neighbourhoods, has 165,205,000 as cash or cash equivalents in the bank, according to its accounts for 2023. The annual report shows that the charity has benefited from government LTN policies introduced in 2020 to promote walking and cycling at the height of the pandemic. The huge sum Sustrans now handles are in stark contrast to 2017, when it had only 16 million in the bank, and 2018, when it had 25 million in cash. See what I mean? The previous year, only 11 staff were paid more than 60,000, with Mr. Bryce then on 120,000 to 130,000. In 2018, he was paid 110,000 to 120,000, with just 3 executives paid 60 to 70,000. Sustrans have 779 staff. Numbers were up total salary bill of 26 million salary bill for Sustrans. 26 million! This is a civil service nudge unit being used against us. Some employees are embedded in councils, meaning they are based in local authority transport departments to advise on ways to develop cycling infrastructure. Deeply concerned, a spokesman for the social group and environmental justice has highlighted what it sees as the unfairness in low traffic zones. He said, "We are deeply concerned that Sustrans, essentially a cycling lobby group, continues to rake in millions of pounds of public money to help councils put through schemes such as unjust low traffic zones. We look forward to the upcoming independent review into low traffic zones recently announced by the government." Joe Venture, digital campaign manager of the Taxpayers Alliance, said Brits wonder why their money is funding controversial campaigns. Some charities lobby for contentious policies while receiving taxpayers' money, while all being exempt from many forms of accountability. Government should focus funds on taxpayers' priorities. This is made to be against us all. Christine Boston of Sustrans, woman on the news, secured a grant of $78,000 per year for the Welsh Government to fund a women's equality network. They're getting money hand over fist off these governments in Wales and England and Scotland, everywhere. This is a Sustrans Cymru 2021 manifesto. I won't read it all, but look down the bottom. Create a Wales of 20-minute neighbourhoods. Help local authorities create towns and cities that put people first by making 20-minute neighbourhoods. Yes, oh yeah, even if you don't want it. Apply the sustainable transport hierarchy to all transport and planning policy and investment decisions to ensure Wales prioritises people. It wants to stuff you out your cars. Transport for everyone up the top right here. Prioritise sustainable transport options by fully integrating walking cycling with a wider public transport network, ensuring it serves us all. Ensure 20-mile-an-hour speed limits are implemented by 2023 as a default speed limit in all built-up areas, and pavement parking is banned across Wales. This is what this lot are all about. It's a civil service nudge unit, and we're paying for them to take away our own rights. Our strategic priorities: making it easy to leave a car at home delivers a better environment for everybody. And our car dependency is ruining the environment and contributing towards climate change. The buzzword sustainability will happen before long. Influencing for change. We believe everyone should have the right to walk, wheel or cycle around the neighbourhoods with ease. That's why we're campaigning for reductions in traffic, pavement parking and speed. Active travel it's called. Last year saw Sustrans Cymru make some waves in Welsh political landscape, starting off with e-bike taster events at the Senedd. They are buying these people. Lee Waters, Deputy Minister for Climate Change with the responsibility for transport, proceeded to buy his own electric cycle after trying one of Sustrans models. Didn't say that he was the head of Sustrans before he moved to his new position. So that is lies. This led to Mark Drakeford being the first person to borrow an e-bike through a Healthy Travel Charter, and ultimately led to the First Minister buying his own e-bike as he has sought to make more sustainable transport for his constituency and personal journeys. Well, we know that's wrong, because every time we've seen his chauffeur bill in one of my other videos, it was a fortune. He didn't cycle anywhere. The report has subsequently been referenced repeatedly in plenary sessions and during First Minister's questions, offering MSs across the political parties on a basis which they can campaign for improved active travel and public transport infrastructure. I won't read that. Basically, Sustrans Ken has played a significant role in contributing to key up-and-coming policy changes in Wales, namely the introduction of the default 20-mile-an-hour speed limit on restricted roads and an Environment, Air Quality and Soundscapes Act bill. They're in the middle of everything. I tell you what, this lot is getting worse. Sustrans Ken has also played a significant role in contributing to key up-and-coming policy changes in Wales, namely the introduction of default 20-mile-an-hour speed limits on restricted roads and the Environment, Air Quality, Soundscapes bill. See, they're in the. This is civil service. Civil service nudge units doing it. Critics slam that Sustrans is effectively a cycling lobby group that is largely unaccountable and not subject to democratic processes such as freedom of information laws or elections. In March, the Sunday Telegraph revealed how the Information Commissioner had to force Lambeth Council to honour freedom of information laws to reveal it had paid Sustrans $400,000 to help set up low traffic neighbourhoods for 15 months. Labour-run Lambeth refused to release the payments spanning 5 years because they were commercially sensitive. Rishi Sunak has called for a review of low traffic neighbourhoods in England. Sustrans accounts also reveal how it pays 20 staff between $60,000 and $140,000. Its chief executive, Xavier Bryce, earns between $130,000 and $140,000, up to £25,000 more than Graham Stewart, Minister for Climate Change and Net Zero, receives. 6 Sustrans staff were paid between $90,000 and $100,000. A further 12 were on $60,000 to $70,000, and 1 employee was on $70,000 to $80,000. The previous year, only 11 staff were paid more than $60,000, with Mr. Bryce on $120,000 to $130,000. Money, 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 money. Follow the money. Value for money. Sustrans, which claims it also represents people who walk, insists it provides value for money. A spokesman said government, local authorities and organisations across the UK repeatedly appoint Sustrans to roles in design, consultation and review of a wide variety of schemes to make walking and cycling easier and safer. Our expertise and value for money is made clear. No, it isn't. You're working against the people who want to have a freedom of choice to use a vehicle. That is what it's all about. This is a guy at the head. He is a mad climate nutter. And this guy now, Ken State, is in charge of the Welsh transport policy. He's also a member of Sustrans, just like this guy was previously before him. So the man that made the 20-mile-an-hour speed limit policy, there's another man in there who wants the same thing. So don't believe a word these people say. So please comment, rate and subscribe. Please subscribe. I need to get more traction with this channel. We want to get this news out there so people can see it, because YouTube are trying to stop me every way possible. So please like and subscribe and share. All the best, Gaz.